Hey everybody, Michael and Trevor Tolo here from Solution Systems, and today I want to talk a little about ransomware and some tips that can help you prevent from being infected with this malicious software that cyber criminals use basically to hold your computer or your computer files for ransom. And what they do is then they'll demand payment for you to get these files back. A lot of people say don't pay. Some people have actually paid and gotten the files back, but I think that you kind of got to go with there's no honor among criminals. So it's your call, but in my opinion, I would never pay to get the files back. So what can you do about ransomware? Well, on the one hand, ransomware can be very scary. The encrypted files can essentially be considered damage beyond repair. But if you have properly prepared your system, it is really nothing more than a nuisance. So here's a few tips that are going to help you to keep from having ransomware wreck your day. The first one is obvious: back up your data. The single biggest thing that will defeat ransomware is having a regularly updated backup. If you're attacked with ransomware, you may lose the document that you started with earlier in the morning, but you can restore your system to a previous restore point and hopefully retain 95, 98, 99% of your data. Second one is you want to show hidden file extension. Um, one way that ransomware frequently arrives in a file is it's named with an extension .pdf or .exe. If you re-enable the ability to see this full file extension in Windows, it can be easier to spot suspicious files. Number 3, filter EXEs in email. If your gateway mail scanner has the ability to filter files by extension, you may wish to deny mails with the .exe files or to deny mails with that have 2 file extensions, the last one being executable. So basically, if you do legitimately need to exchange executable files within your environment and are denying emails with .exe files, you can do so with zip files that are password protected, of course, or via cloud services. Number 4, disable files running from appdata/local appdata folders. What you can do is you can create rules within Windows or with intrusion prevention software to disallow a particular notable behavior used by ransomware, which is to run executable from the app data or local app data folders. If, for some reason you have legitimate software that is set to run from the usual program files area, but the app data area, you will need to exclude it from this rule. Number 5, disable the RDP. The ransomware malware often accesses target machines using the RDP, otherwise known as the Remote Desktop Protocol. When it's a Windows utility that allows others to access your desktop remotely. If you do not require the use of RDP, you can disable RDP to protect your machine from file coder and other RDP exploits. Number 6, patch or update your software. So these next 2 tips are more general ransomware related advice. Ransomware authors frequently rely on people running outdated software with known vulnerabilities, which they then use these to exploit and silently get into your system. By doing patch updates and regular updates to your computer, you're really adding better protections, better cybersecurity protections to your computer, which will not allow them to access your software as easily. Number 7, use a reputable security suite. Now, I know you can go through and have the debates, Norton versus McAfee, McAfee, however you want to say it, but just go with somebody who's reputable. The more reputable, the more money they invest into their software, and the more protections you will then have against ransomware. Number 8, disconnect from Wi-Fi or unplug from the network immediately. So as soon as you think you've been infected, unplug from everything. This way, it might not have enough time to travel through your system to infect other files. Number 9, set the BIOS clock back. Ransomware sometimes has a payment timer that is generally set to 72 hours, after which time the price for your decryption key goes up significantly. You can beat the clock somewhat by setting the BIOS clock back to a time before the 72-hour window is up. We generally give this advice reluctantly, as all it can do is keep you from having to pay the higher price, and we strongly advise that you do not pay the ransom. Finally, number 10, contact solution systems. We've been successful with dealing with ransomware viruses. We can help you acquire the proper hardware and configure the best backup schedule to help you restore your system quickly if you were to experience a ransomware virus attack. So there you have it. Please use these tips wisely, and good luck with never being infected with ransomware.